Okay. Disable that. What's up? All right, I'm gonna give y'all some time to come in, and while y'all are coming in, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up our first question. Well, no, I won't pull up the question. I'll just pull up the actual screen. This is what y'all here for. Okay, ATI TEAS, Jeopardy. You can now see the questions on the screen. Okay, all right, so hello. All right, if you don't know, this is Nurse Sam here, live. Okay, hey boo, hey. Hello from Fort Worth, Texas. Hello all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. All right, guys, so this is ATI TEAS Jeopardy, our ATI TEAS review session that we have every Tuesday at 7 p.m. right here on IG Live, okay? We go over about an hour's worth of questions, and it's Jeopardy style, so it makes it more fun. It makes it, especially with the group setting, it makes it less overwhelming, more motivating, and plus, of course, we have prizes and incentives, so it really does help with the motivation as far as studying for the TEAS. All right, hello. All right, so we are playing, obviously, like I said, for prizes. The person with the highest score at the end of the game is going to win a free ATI TEAS bundle. Oh, Lord Jesus. And that's going to include all sections of the ATI T7, which was recently updated June 3rd. That science is just a little bit more expanded. It now has biology and chemistry, and you now have biology and chemistry study kits. All right. So just as a little reminder, okay, this is Jeopardy style. So as you can see, we have our 4 categories: math, reading, science, English. That's the categories, I think, on the TEAS, on the HESI, and the other NLN packs, whatever. So they're all basically just your comprehensive tests for reading, writing, arithmetic. All right, what did Medea say? The 3 R's: reading, writing, arithmetic. The science was, like I said, expanded to include anatomy, biology, and chemistry as its own subsections. So we just updated the bundle to reflect that. So now the bundle now reflects that. If you have it already, how are you loving it? How are you liking it? If you don't have it, what are you waiting for? If you don't win tonight and you want to grab it, you can do so. Link in my bio. Okay. All right. So quick little house rules though for how we play, because this is Jeopardy. It's Jeopardy style. So you got to answer it as if you were on Jeopardy. So you have to say what is before you say your answer. So the answers are like A, B, C, D, multiple choice. If they're multiple choice, there's the math has some supply answer, which is fill in the blank. So you won't get any choices. You get a blank. You got to input the number. Like I said, T7 has new question types, not necessarily new content, but new question types to help you get ready for nursing school. And really, NCLEX, it's giving NCLEX the new question types, okay? So that's just basically what we're going to be getting you ready for, okay? All right, so I'm still going to read the question, all right, and the answer choices. You guys are going to read along, but for all my visual learners, I'm a visual learner too. That's why I want to make sure you guys could see the questions. All right. And then y'all let me know at the end if you prefer this way with the questions that you can see versus just me just reading it out loud. Okay. So if y'all are ready, give me a thumbs up and we can go ahead and start. Okay, we can start. And usually we don't do reading in English because, you know, before it was me reading it and you not seeing it unless you went and downloaded the app and played the questions afterwards. But because you can now see the questions, I'm going to try to include some reading in English. It's still going to be majority math and science. If you want to play the whole game, you're going to have to download the free app to play the free mobile version of ATI TEAS. All right, I'm getting some thumbs up, so it looks like y'all are ready to go. Let's go ahead and get into our first question. Okay, first question. Let's go ahead and do this. First question is going to be math for 100. Math for 100. So go ahead and get out your study bundles, your math study kits, paper, pen, pencil, whatever you're using. Go ahead and bust that out so you can work this out if you need to. All right. So the question reads, within a certain nursing program, 25% of the class wanted to work with infants, 60% of the class wanted to work with the elderly, and 10% of the class wanted to assist general practitioners in private practices, and the rest were undecided. What fraction of the class wanted to work with the elderly? Is it A, 1/4, B, 1/10, C, 3/5, or D, 1/20? What is our answer? We are looking for the fraction of the class that wanted to work with the elderly. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of C's, so let's go ahead and see what our answer is. All right, so math for 100. Let's see who's going to get this one. Remember, like I said, this Jeopardy style, so you have to say what is in order for you to get the points. And be the first person on my screen to get it. But the answer to this was, what is C? 3 over 5. What is C? 3 out of 5. Who got that one first on my screen? Future ER nurse. Hey, future ER nurse. Welcome back, boo. Future ER nurse. Got what is C first. Great job. So you are on the scoreboard with 100 points. All right. Who else got that? Amaya, Sweet and Cheyenne, Momo, the Golden K, Emma, Nestle, Bombshell. Fran, you said 3 out of 6, but I feel like I knew what you meant. 3 out of 5. Oh, okay, I see you put it. Wonderfully Made Queen, His Everything, Melody, Saka, Shalina, or said you, Fran, are awesome. So great job to everyone that got C. If you didn't get C, I saw some other people choose B. If you didn't get it, that's fine. That's why we are doing this review and this practice, so that when it is time for you to take the TEAS and you come across this question, you'll be like, I remember Nurse Sam did it in TEAS Tuesday, and so you'll go ahead and you won't make the same mistake twice, okay? But this is practice. It is okay if you messed up in practice. You just got to know why you messed up and then take that with you so you can comprehend the content later. So the answer is, what is C? 3 over 5. All right, so according to the problem, it stated that 60% of the class wanted to work with the elderly. All right, 60% of the class wanted to work with the elderly. So what we're going to do, they're asking us for the fraction, so we got to convert 60% to a fraction. All right, now, you know, when it comes to percentage, you have like X over 100. So if it is 60%, then the fraction version of 60% is 60 over 100. Now, that's not simplified, okay? All right, you know you always got to simplify it down to the ground, okay? So simplifying 60 over 100, whenever I have like a fraction, they're both ending in zeros, I just go ahead and just chop off 2 of those zeros, all right? And that'll really make it 6 out of 10. Can 6 over 10 be simplified even more? Yes, it can. And it can be simplified to 3 over 5. All right, another way of figuring that out is to figure out what the greatest common factor of both of those numbers is. So 60 and 100, the greatest common factor is 20. So you would basically just divide both of those numbers by 20. And that would give you 3 over 5, which was C. All right, great job. All right, so now we're going to go into our next question, which is science. Let's go ahead and get into our next question. And that is science. Science for 200, guys. Science for 200. Which of the following is not one of the major types of bones in the human body? Which of the following is not one of the major types of bones in the human body? Is it A, dense bones, B, long bones, C, short bones, or D, irregular bones? Don't forget to say what is. Don't forget to say what is. This is Jeopardy. Y'all make sure y'all say what is. Ooh, I'm getting lots of A's. Lots of A's. That's what I like to see and hear. Lots of A's. There we go. Either we all right or we're all wrong. That's fine. All right, let's look. Someone said D. Let's go ahead and see what that answer is. All right, major types of bone. This is science for what, 200 I said? Yes, I did. All right, so the answer is, drumroll please. This is my imaginary drumroll. What is A? Dense bones. What is a dense bones? That is not one of the major types of bones. Who answered that first? Hold on, I saw it. It was Autumn, I think. Yep. Autumn Mulan, you're the first person to say what is A. Now, Carly, you did get it correct, but you just said A. You didn't say what is, but that's okay. Because on the actual on the actual T's, you won't have to say what is. You just got to make sure you know the answers. All right? But this is just to make it fun, especially because there's an incentive attached to it. So rules apply, okay? But great job, Autumn. You were the first person to answer correctly and say what is. So Autumn Mulan, you're down the scoreboard and in the lead with 200 points. Great job. I saw a lot of A's. So great job to Carly, Autumn, Emma, future ER nurse, Bombshell, Belle, Nestle, the Golden K, His Everything, Karina, London Lauren, Wonderfully Made Queen, Jazzy Jazz, Yummy, Beauty Executive, Nikki. Great job. Like I said, I can only go by what's on my screen. So whoever's first on my screen, just in case there's a lag, just in case some of them don't show up, I can only go by what's on my screen. Okay? If there is some kind of lag, log back out, come back into the live. Okay? So the first person on my screen to get it was Autumn. All right? And that's what I'm going to give the points to. Okay? So great job, Autumn, and everyone else that got it correct. Even though you weren't first, you still got it correct, which means you comprehend the content, so you're really winning. Okay? All right, so it says, what is A? Dense bones. The human body has 5 types of bones: long bones, short bones, irregular bones, flat bones, and sesamoid bones. All right, now while bones may be dense, that's a characteristic of some bones, this is not a major category of bones in the body. All right, if you need help with this, make sure you check out the anatomy and physiology kit within the ATI TEAS bundle. Right under skeletal system, it gives you the 5 types of bones and the examples. Speaking of examples, let's go ahead and take it a step further, because TEAS is known to take a step further. So let's just go ahead and prepare ourselves. All right, so we just said we have 5 types of bones, correct? Long, short, irregular, flat, and sesamoid. All right, so for 100 points, give me an example of a long bone. For 100 points, give me an example of a long bone. Who's the first person to give me an example of a long bone? Long bones in the body. Just give me one. Give me an example of one. Give me an example of one. Okay, femurs. Okay, femur. Everyone is saying femur. Literally, everyone is saying femur. Okay, wait, no, someone said fibula, but yes, those are all examples of long bones. Okay, what I do want y'all to know, that long bones are mostly located in the appendicular skeleton system. Okay, so so you have like limb, like everything in your limbs. So your arm, honestly, anything that's long, anything that's long. So your tibia, your fibula, your femur, phalanges are actually examples of long bones, especially mine because I have long fingers, says my stepson. And like your humerus, those are all examples of long bones. Okay. So when you think of long bones, you can think of like long for limb, like L and L, to try to remember, like, okay, what example of one? That's just an example of how you can remember it. So who's the first person to say what is the femur or whatever one? I think that was Momo Solil. What's up, Momo? Great job. You now have 100 points. All right. Give me an example of a short bone. Give me an example of a short bone. Short bone. What is an example of a short bone? Of a short bone. A short bone. What is an example? What are y'all saying? Somebody said the metacarpals, scaphoid, metatarsal, phalange. Phalange is actually a long bone. All right, so let's look and see. Example of a short bone. Your tarsals, your carpals, which is your wrist and your ankle. Carpals are like your wrist. Tarsals are your ankle. Okay, those are short bones. Okay, I'm trying to figure out another cuneiform. Did anybody say that? Did anybody say that? The carpals. Yes. So who said a short one? I know a lot of people said like metacarsals, metacarpals, blah, blah, blah. But remember, those are long bones. So it's really just carpals and tarsals. Okay? Anything that's cube shaped. Wrist, ankle, all that good stuff. And those are the carsals and the tarpals. So who said... Did anybody say that? Ms. Inga. Ms. Inga. Where you at? Ms. Inga. All right. Ms. Inga, you're now on the scoreboard with 100 points. Great job. All right. Keep going. What's an example of... We did long, short, and an irregular bone. What is an example of an irregular bone? Give me one example. Irregular bones. Irregular bones. The kneecap is not a short bone. The kneecap is not a short bone. That's another type of bone that we're going to get in. All right. So wait, hold on, let me look. Sure. What did I say? What are we looking at? Irregular bones. Irregular bones. Examples of those are the vertebrae, the sacrum. Okay, those are some examples of irregular bones. Also, what's the name for your hips? I'm pulling a blank. I'm pulling a blank here. What's the scientific name for your hips? It's right there on the tip of my tongue, but I honestly can't pull it out. What is an example? What is the name of the hip bone? I don't know, but whatever. That is an example of irregularly. When you think of irregular bones, think of irregularly shaped bones. The patella or the kneecap, that's a pretty regular shape. It's just like that. You want to think of something that's real off, real crazy. So like your vertebra, all right, your vertebrae, your vertebra, your sacrum, those are weird shaped. Your skull, all right. Some people got weird shaped head, irregular shaped heads. Let that be a cue for you, all right. Not everybody has skulls that fit their body. All right, so vertebra, sacrum, your hips, whatever that is, and your skull. Those are examples of irregular bones. First person to say a correct example of an irregular bone was Momo again. Momo, you already had 100 points. You just got another 100. So you are now at 200 and tied with Autumn for first place. Okay. I'm just gonna say alien. Yeah, probably. All right, next one. I'm not gonna do flat bones. Y'all probably waiting for me. But sesamoid bones. Give me an example of a sesamoid bones. I hope y'all can give me this example because y'all been saying it for other things. Just hinted towards it. Give me an example of a sesamoid bone. 100 points. Don't forget to say what is. What is patella? What is the patella? The patella is the kneecap. Somebody said that the patella was, or guessed that the patella was an irregular shaped bone and a short bone. Even though it is short, but remember, short is for cube shaped. All right, so think of cube shaped for when you think of short, not just small. Sesamoid, think of a sesame seed. Like, you ever had a sesame seed bagel and them seeds are like, they're like ovalish kind of, you know? Think of like a sesame seed. That's the shape of your patella. All right, your patella. It's really like a heart, but I'm not, whatever. Patella or your kneecap. That is an example of a sesamoid bone that resembles a sesame seed. First person to get that was, I think it was Momo again. Momo again. All right, you got another 100 points. So you have 300 now. All right. Great job. When are you going to have the session again? I do this these sessions every Tuesday at 7 p.m. right here on Instagram Live. Every Tuesday, unless I'm sick. Every Tuesday, even when I'm on vacation. Okay? All right, so patella. Great job. Now flat bone. Give me an example of a flat bone. Give me an example of a flat bone. Flat bone. What is an example of a flat bone? What is the sternum? Sternum, yes. Who else said it? Frontal bone, which is, you know, one of the parts of the bones of the skull. Correct. That specific bone is flat. Well, I think all of them are flat, to be honest. Yep, pretty much. Absolutely. So sternum, your ribs, the bones in the skull, and the scapula, aka the shoulder blade. Those are flat bones. Okay, let the name kind of help you. Flat. All right, when you think of flat, think of, I don't know, the flat things, flat surfaces. All right. So once again, shoulder blade, your sternum, okay, your rib cage, and somebody said frontal bone. Your frontal, actually all bones. Your frontal bone, your parietal bone, your occipital bone, like your nasal cavities, lacrimal cavities, all those are flat bones. All those are flat bones. First person to get it was, on my screen, was, wait for it. Hold on, all the way back up. Autumn. Autumn said, what is sternum? So Autumn, you get another 100 points. So you now have 300. You and Momo are tied for first place. All right, so those are the types of bones in the body. All right, I just want to make sure you guys had examples, because on my teas, my question wasn't, oh, how many? You're not going to get questions that are like, oh, how many bones? What are the how many major types of bones are there in the body? It's not going to be that simple, unfortunately. They want to make sure you comprehend, so they're going to have you think a little bit. All right. We know that there's 5 types of bones in the body. These are the 5 types. Does he or she know specific types, like a specific name of these bones of the body? Like, that's the type of stuff that they're gonna throw at you. So I want to make sure that you can take a concept and kind of stair step it as far as your comprehension goes. Make sure you're kind of asking yourself and make sure you're really comprehending and knowing what they could possibly ask. Okay. Somebody said, so is the skull considered flat and irregular? Great question, Autumn. So when it comes to the skull, they like the whole skull as a whole is irregular because it's made up of all those different types of bones. Your frontal, your parietal, your occipital, blah, blah, blah. All those together make up this irregular shaped skull. But however, individually, those specific sections, those specific parts of the skull, parietal, occipital, frontal, those bones are flat. Does that make sense? So skull as a whole is irregular, but the specific bones that make up the skull, those are flat. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and get into, that was science for 200. And then we did like some extra questions. Let's go into another math that we did math for 100. Let's do math for 300. All right. So the baby, I like to change names around. I don't know why. It's fun. All right. The baby pays a $65 monthly flat rate for his cell phone. Gotta be Metro. Okay. Gotta be Metro. He is charged 12 cents per minute for each minute used in a roaming area. Which of the following expressions represents his monthly cell phone bill for X roaming minutes that he is probably using to call everybody but Danny Lee? It sucks. It sucks for you, girl. So is it A, 65 plus 12 times X, B, 65 plus 0.12, C, 65.12x, or D, 65.12 plus 0.12x. What is our answer? All right, so this is within your, with the math section of the TEAS, what they love to do is test you on real life situations so that you know how to solve for it, if that makes sense. Like everybody kind of calculates their cell phone bill, but even that calculation has an expression to go along with it so you can get whatever that is. Okay, so I don't know if y'all have ever had to calculate what your cell phone bill would be, but this is before unlimited. But if you have your monthly rate, all right, your flat fee, and then you have on top of that how many minutes you use times the fee of those minutes, that's how you get what your phone bill is going to be. So let's try to figure out real world problems. Absolutely. Let's try to figure out what the babies would be, but we're not trying to figure out what X is. We're just trying to figure out what the actual expression would be to get that answer. All right. So I'm seeing lots of A's. So let's go ahead and see what that answer is. And the answer is, what is A? 65 plus 0.12 times X. All right. So remember, the flat fee of $65, that represents the y-intercept. All right, that's not going to change. And the charge of 12 cents per roaming minute is used to represent the slope. All right, that's dependent on how many minutes the baby used to call his sneaky links or whoever, okay, and his kids and his probation officer. Therefore, the expression representing his monthly phone bill is $65 for the flat fee plus 0.12 cents times X, which is the amount of roaming minutes that he used for that month. All right, so the answer is A. First person to get that was Momo. All right, Momo, you had 300 points. This is another 300. So you just got 6. Now you have 600 points. All right. Momo has 600 points. Awesome job. You are killing it. And so is everyone else that got A. Who got A? Bombshell, Durham, Karina, Ms. Inga, Yummy, Asia, Mama Mia, Maria, Michaela. Awesome job. Great job, guys. What was that, math? Awesome. Cool. Let's go into our next questiones. I don't even know if that's question in Spanish, but okay. That was math, right? So let's do science. All right, we just did science for 200. Let's look and see what it is for science for 400. Science for 400, guys. Don't forget to say what is. This is Jeopardy. How is meiosis similar to mitosis? How is meiosis similar to mitosis? A, they both produce daughter cells that are genetically identical. B, they both produce daughter cells that are genetically different. C, they both occur in humans, animals, and plants. Or D, they both occur asexually. How is meiosis similar to mitosis? I don't know about y'all, but even at 30 years old, like whenever meiosis and mitosis comes up, I roll my eyes instantly. Always have, always will, period. Okay? I cannot stand this part of biology. All right? All right, so I'm seeing a bunch of like A's and C's, honestly. I'm seeing a good old mixture of C's and A's. Some people think that it's both produce daughter cells that are genetically identical. And then some say both occur in humans, animals, and plants. What is our answer going to be? Are we all wrong or all right? Which one is it? All right, so the correct answer to science for 400 is, what is C? Both meiosis and mitosis occur in humans, animals, and plants. And dinosaurs. I'm just kidding. I don't know if y'all saw that last Jurassic Park, but that was a big thing in it. But yeah, whatever. Humans, animals, and plants. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so mitosis, that produces cells that are genetically identical. All right? So mitosis is, if they produce cells that are genetically identical, mitosis is where you have cell replication. Hold on, because now it's gonna bother me. Because I just like I said, I don't do meiosis, mitosis. I hate them. Okay. All right. So mitosis with a T. All right. That's when you have genetically identical. So you have cell division. No, duplication. Ooh, it's really gonna bother me. Hold on. Because I promise you I know this. Hold on one second. Okay, mitosis. Yes, that is cell division. All right, and then meiosis produces cells that are genetically different. Okay, so meiosis, if one is cell division, the other one is cell like duplication. That's what it's called. Meiosis and mitosis. All right. So if you do not have the either the biology study kit or the updated ATI TEAS bundle, there's pages that explains both mitosis and meiosis. All right, right here in the biology study kit, right here, as you can see. All right. So with mitosis, you're making new body cells, completely new. All right. New body cells, however, they are genetically identical. So they're basically being cloned. All right. Meiosis, you're going to have, yes, new cells, daughter cells, but they're going to be genetically different. So they're not going to be like cloned. They're going to be, it's not going to be cloned. It's just going to be genetically different. All right. Mitosis, the first one, that occurs asexually, without sexual reproduction. Okay. One second. All right. Oh, another thing too, write this down. Mitosis results in two identical daughter cells. Remember, mitosis, identical. I was going to say, how do you remember that? Mitosis, identical. I'll think of something and come up with y'all. And then meiosis is when they're different. All right, mitosis, you have two identical daughter cells. So you get twins. Think about that. All right, so that is your cell duplication. And then meiosis, all right, you get cells that are genetically different. You'll get 4 sex cells. You'll get 4 sex cells from meiosis. Meiosis. All right. All right. So meiosis is cell division. Mitosis is cell duplication. Does that make sense? First person to get what is C, I'm just kidding. What is C is Durham. D Durham. _D Durham. You're on the scoreboard with 400 points. Congrats. Congratulations. Quick little overview of the scoreboard, really quick. We have Momo with 600 points in the lead. Then we have D Durham, who just came out of nowhere and now got 400 points in second place. It can be anyone's game. That's what I always say. And then third place, we have Autumn with 300 points. And then we have Ms. Inga and future ER nurse both tied with 100 points. Okay? We still have many questions to go and plenty of points to accrue. Okay? Let me scroll and see what y'all saying. Just in case. Durham says, meiosis, I am made of sex cells. Gametes, mitosis, only 2 genetically identical. Can I like this? I usually can like the comment, but for some reason it's not doing it. But yes, I love that. That's great. That is great. Someone said DNA replication, right? For which one, mitosis or meiosis? Someone said, I thought meiosis was only animals, plants, and fungi. I didn't know it occurs in humans. That's why I didn't pick it. It absolutely does occur in humans. It's like a 2-step process. Your cells have to undergo mitosis first. Mitosis first to duplicate. And then from those duplications, they divide. All right? So that's funny. It's like multiplication and then division. That's funny. So mitosis, you get 2 daughter cells. Meiosis, 4 sex cells. Okay, that occurs in humans, plants, fungi, and like I said, dinosaurs. Because that's what happened to Blue. She produced asexually. That's all I'm saying. All right. I don't know about y'all, but that I learned something new though. Great. Someone says, all coming back now. It's been a minute. Awesome. Good. That's the whole point of TEAS. Because the tricky part and the hard part about TEAS isn't the fact that you've learned this new information. All this information is stuff that you've learned from 6th grade up until wherever you are. So it's comprehensive, and that's what makes it difficult. Because who remembers your grade school stuff? Who remembers in depth your grade school stuff? There's some things from high school that I buried deep into my subconscious, including AP biology and AP chem. And for some reason, those are the 2 categories that are new to ATI TEAS 7. So it's if you want me to fail, just say that. If you want me to pick a new career, just say that. Just say that. But y'all can do it, I promise. If I can do it, y'all can do it. Period. And I'll go into that later. All right. So great job, everyone. Let's go ahead and get into our next question. That was science for 400. Did I add that? Yeah. Let's go into math again. I know y'all love math. I know y'all love math so much. All right. This is actually a real world problem for everyone that's going to get into the nursing program, going to pass, going to graduate, going to pass their NCLEX, and they're going to be a nurse. This is a great question. All right, this is actually something that would happen. However, I'll be honest, we really wouldn't be the ones doing this, but they just kind of want to make sure you can. Usually it's the doctor that's doing it, but let's just go ahead and know everything, okay? All right, so a patient was taking 310 milligrams of antidepressant each day. However, the doctor determined that this dosage was too high and reduced the dosage by a fifth. A fifth, 1/5. I just want to give that to y'all, all right? Further observation revealed that the dose was still too high. Still too high. So he reduced it again by 20 milligrams. What is the final dosage of this patient's antidepressant? A, 20 milligrams. B, 42 milligrams. C, 228 milligrams. Or D, 248 milligrams. Let me just say that with the new types of questions for ATI TEAS, it's not all just multiple choice. You have some that are fill in the blank. Majority of the fill in the blank questions are going to be in your math section because they want to make sure that you really know how to get this answer instead of just kind of picking and doing process of elimination for multiple choice. So I think we will have one that is fill in the blank, but you're still going to have multiple choice. There's still going to be majority multiple choice on the ATI TEAS. But just in case y'all come across a math question where it doesn't have any choices, you just got to write that thing in. That's why we do this, to get you, acclimated to it and accustomed to it so that when you see it, you don't be like, what the fuck is this? Okay? All right, so I am seeing lots of C's, but I also see like a B, a D, all that stuff. So what is our answer? Hold on, I dropped my pen. What is our answer? This is math for 400, so math for 400. Here we go. What is C? 228. Ooh, go ahead and give yourself a round of applause. Give yourself a round of applause. That was good. Proud of you. If you got it, so proud of you. If you didn't get it, it's okay. Still proud of you for trying, because now we're going to go over it. And if you didn't get it before, I bet you won't miss it again. I bet you won't miss it again. All right, so 228. Now remember, the original dose for this medication was 310 milligrams. Okay, the provider was like, it's too high, so let's reduce it by a fifth. All right, so we're trying to figure out what 1/5 of 310 is, and we're gonna subtract that from 310. All right, so when you're trying to figure out one, like a fraction of a number or a percent of a number, pretend that's a multiplication sign, because that's how you get it. 1/5 of 310 is the exact same as 1/5 times 310. All right, you're dividing it, well, you're multiplying and ultimately like dividing it to get what 1/5 of 310 is. Okay, so 1/5, what is that percentage? 20%. Same thing. All right, so 310 times 1/5 is going to give you, right here, it's going to give you 62 milligrams. All right, remember, this is kind of like a two-step process because the provider reduced the dosage twice. All right, first time we had 310, but it was too high initially, so they reduced it by a fifth. We just determined that 1/5 of 310 is 62. So 310 minus 62, okay? But then once again, doc was like, look, this is still too high, so we're gonna have to lower it again. And then the provider lowered it by another 20 milligrams. So what you should have as your equation is 310, which was the original dose, minus 62 milligrams, which is 1/5 of that dose. All right, the original deduction or decrease, and then another 20 milligrams was decreased. So 310 minus 62 minus 20. Bop, bop, bop. Do all those things. It's going to give you, or subtract, I should say, it's going to give you 228 milligrams. That is the new dose of like the patient's Effexor or whatever the hell. Actually, I don't know if Effexor goes to her. Whatever. New dose of their antidepressant. Okay? 228, which was C. All right. Terrence said, "Oh snaps, I got it." Of course you got it. Don't come out here doubting yourself, okay? You know I'm gonna check you for that. All right. With PT Hova, I see the question mark. What is C question mark? Girl, you know you got that answer correct. All right, we don't do question marks over here. When we put our answers, we are confident in our answers, okay? We know that we have studied enough. We know that we have practiced enough. And when I put this answer, I'm saying this answer with my whole chest. Real bad. Like Carisha. Real bad, all right? So yes, the answer is what is C. Taryn B, I see you put C question mark again. All right. So who's the first person to get what is C? Let me see. Ash the One. Ash the One is the first person to put what is C. So Ash, congratulations. You are now on the scoreboard. What's this, 400 points? With 400 points, you're tied for second place with D. Durham. Great job. So proud of you. Everybody else that got what is C, like I said, and I'm going to keep saying it, Jeopardy style, and just saying what is, that's for this hour that you're with me, just to make it fun, incentivized, and motivational. But on the actual teas, they don't give a good golly damn if you say what is, what was. No, they just want you to pick the correct answer. And for everyone that's got that got C, or even if you didn't get C, they understand now why it was C. That's the whole point of why we're doing this. Okay, so great job to Ash the One for getting first. Momo Salil killing it. I don't know when your NCLEX, I don't know when your ATI TEAS is, but it should be scared, not ill. Bombshell, Autumn, Prajna, Chasing Nurse Dreams, Taryn B, PT Hova. Great job, guys. Lily, mommy, that is not a dumb question. She says, is a calculator allowed during the TEAS exam? Yes, they will provide it within the computer. You know how in your computer or desktop, it has you can search you can get the calculator and pull it up on the computer. That's what you'll have. The program will have a calculator within the computer. You are not allowed to bring your own. All right, so this cute little calculator that I spent a little grip on TEAS because it's gold, and on TEAS on Amazon because it's cute and gold. Now, if I would have bought this to TEAS, they'd be like, no ma'am, no ma'am, no Pam. You can put this back in your locker, girl, and use our computerized one. So yes, they provide you with the calculator. It's just within the computer. Not a dumb question. All right. Let's go ahead and get into our next question, which is science. We just did math, so let's do science. Here we go. Science for 300. 2 nursing students will be completing a scientific experiment measuring the mass of chewed gum after 1 month chewing increments. Which lab equipment will be I think this is supposed to be these students most likely use? A, anemometer. B, hot plate. C, triple beam balance. Or D, microscope. What is our answer? Which lab equipment will the students most likely use to measure the mass of chewed gum after 1 month chewing increments? Does that mean they chew it once every month? I don't get that part. But that's irrelevant to the question, so that's good. I'm getting lots of what it C's. Triple beam balance. Like I always say, we're either all right or all wrong. Either way, solidarity. Solidarity, either way. Okay. I'm seeing a whole bunch of C's. Whole bunch of C's. Let's look and see what our answer is. What's it? Science, 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 science. 4. I almost gave y'all the wrong thing. Wait, is this science for 400 or 300? It's science for 300. My bad. What is C? Triple beam balance. Triple beam balance. Okay. Do y'all know what a triple beam balance is? Triple beam balance. So this is usually this is within the scientific reasoning section of the science section of the TEAS. You know, you have anatomy, biology, chemistry, and then you have scientific reasoning. And this is more so a part of the scientific reasoning. Triple beam balance, that is an instrument used to measure mass very precisely. Okay? In the question, they just said, what lab equipment will you use to measure this mass? And that is the correct answer. All right? Now, what I like to do for my reviews is that when I have a question like this and I get the correct answer, or even if I don't, but either if I do or don't, I do the same thing over and over. If I have a multiple choice question, and it's asking me to identify obviously the correct one, I'm going to go back through the other options and make sure I know what those are for, just in case I get a question that is kind of like this same question, but jumbled up and for another either a type of lab equipment or another type of measurement, if that makes sense. So we know that the answer was C, triple beam balance, that measures weight. But what about A, B, and D? Just in case we have a question that's remixed and it's asking us which one to measure whatever, we know what those things are, just in case we ever see them again. All right. So triple beam balance would be used to measure the mass in grams of the gum in this experiment. A was an anemometer. There we go. Anemometer. All right. And those are used to measure wind speed. Okay. A hot plate, that's used to heat liquids. Okay. A microscope, y'all know this one. It's used to magnify microscopic particles or organisms. Okay, so triple beam balance was the correct answer, but now you know what an anemometer is, a hot plate, and a microscope. Okay, so take your review and kind of take it to the next level. Get the most out of your reviews. You get 20 questions from me weekly. Okay? Weekly. So that means at the end of the month, you get 80 free practice questions. And usually we go through on live about 10 of those. So that'll be like 40 questions per month that we do together on live. And then the rest of it you do by yourself in TEAS or NCLEX Jeopardy mobile, which is exclusive to the Nurse Sam app. You can download that. I'll give you all the link later. It's also in my stories if you don't have the app. But after this session, you'll be able to play all the rest of the questions of this week's new 20 questions for TEAS. You'll be able to play all 20 of those on the mobile Jeopardy app. Okay? I did not say who got those points, did I? What's this? Science for 300. The answer was C. Hold on, let me go ahead and scroll the hell up. Autumn Mulan, first person to get it. Autumn, you're already on the scoreboard with 300 points. Just got another 300 added. So you now have 600, and you and Momo are just neck and neck, love. Y'all are just neck and neck. Great job to all my loves that got what is C. Autumn, D. Durham, Mimi Caffs, Bombshell, Jessa, Mama Mia, Ms. Inga, Prajna, Kels, Taryn B, Maria, Momo came back and said, never mind, it's C. Usually I tell y'all, do not change your answers. Go with your gut. Sometimes you go back and read and be like, oh, I must have, misread it, blah, blah, blah. But usually Don't go back and change your answers if you know what it is. Ash the one said maybe C, I have no idea. And look at you, was correct too. Look at you. Jen Beauty. Dave said just took the T's and scored a 70. I think that's good. Sure. It depends on your program. G Stiletto Couture. Hey y'all, hey. All right, Taryn B telling us what anemometer, whatever is, wind speed. Will you have a Hesse Jeopardy live? So these questions, or this Jeopardy that we do, it's, even though it's called ATI TEAS, you can also use it for Hesse, because Hesse is going to test you on the exact same thing minus physics, plus physics. Hesse has physics, ATI TEAS does not. Okay, I don't have any physics questions, but all the rest of the categories, I got you, boo. I got you. Took my ankles and did the PBT in for the good pop-up. These 40 hours are killing me. Gotta get it. I just know you passed. I just feel it in my spirit that you passed. So I'm gonna give you your congratulations already. Make sure you DM me after these 48 hours and be like, Sam, how did you know? But I surely did pass, and I am nurse. Gotta get it now. DM me, make sure, okay? I wanna know your results. Do you have any reviews for ATI Exit PN? For your exit exam, that is your comprehensive NCLEX. Comprehensive exam, it's your practice. It's your NCLEX predictor. So I would also recommend the Ultimate Nursing School Bundle, because that helps with the NCLEX, and it ultimately helps with your exit, whatever exam as well, because it's pretty much... Your exit exams are pretty much like predictors of your NCLEX. So I would use my NCLEX material. That's what I use personally in nursing school. And I just study for the NCLEX the whole way through, to be honest, because it's like NCLEX light. Yes, y'all do me a favor and go ahead and congratulate Gotta Get It in advance, because we know. And we feel in our hearts and our spirit that she passed, right? So let's go ahead and congratulate her now, so we don't got to do it in 2 days, okay? Work smarter, not harder. Congrats, love. All right, so that was science for 300. Did I give those points again? Yes, I did. Okay, great. Let's go ahead and get into our final question. All right, so remember I was saying that usually we do math and science, because reading and English, this is the first session for TEAS that I've had the questions up. So I'm gonna ask y'all if y'all like it or not towards the at the end. We're just about to finish up. So I'm gonna go ahead and shake it up a little bit. We've been doing math and science. Let me go ahead and shake it up and give y'all a reading question, right? Yeah, a reading question. I tried to give y'all an English too, but it was just too long. So I'm going to give y'all a reading question to make sure y'all know it. Reading for 200. Reading for 200. Because reading is just as heavily weighted for your TEAS overall score as science, I believe. They're neck and neck. So a lot of people think, oh, math and science is going to be the most difficult. Reading and science probably going to be where the majority of the your score is going to be weighted. So reading for 200 says, the guide words at the top of a dictionary page are needs and negotiate. Those are the 2 words, needs and negotiate. Which of the following words is an entry on this page? A, needle. B, nay. C, neglect. Or D, nectar. What is our answer? Now, I don't know if y'all have ever used an actual dictionary, actually popped open Webster's, whatever, a dictionary. But, you have your starting word and your ending word. And what that does is it helps you narrow down whatever word you're looking for, whether it's on that page or not. because if it has two words, for example, these are needs and negotiate, it's going to list, everything on that page is going to list words that are in alphabetical order with the needs and negotiate. Okay, so let's look and see what the answer is for this. So which of the following words is between needs and negotiate? What's this, reading for 200? Absolutely. What is C, neglect? What is C, neglect? It says only the word neglect can fall between the guide words needs and negotiate on a dictionary page. All right, so needs and negotiate, they both have NEs, but then we have the next letter for needs is E. The next letter for negotiate is G. So we're looking for words that obviously start with NE, but that third letter is like E or after, all the way to G. All right, and it can't be, so like each letter that they have, it should be, like I said, within or before those letters. NE is in common for both of them, so we're looking for E and G as far as those other words. Okay, and of the choices that we had, neglect was the only one to come, to fall between that. L comes before O. So we know that neglect will come before negotiate, and then G comes after E, obviously, so we know it's after needs. So needs and negotiate, neglect falls right there in the middle. I don't know about the middle, but it falls right there on that page. Y'all know what I mean? It says the words needle and nectar would come before needs, if we're looking at alphabetical, and then the word nay would follow negotiate. N-E-I. I comes after G. So it's like it's a alphabetical thing. Okay. I don't know about y'all, but y'all do this when it comes to like anything alphabetical. Do y'all still like kind of sing the alphabet in your head? I'd be like A B C D E F G H I J K L M N P. Do y'all do that? That's what I did for this question. Period. However it works for you, let's do it. Call Me Ken said, reading is so important. I didn't do very well in the science portion, but since I did extremely well in the reading section, I still got a passing score. Absolutely. Absolutely. Reading and science are the heaviest weighted categories. Okay, and then math, and then English, I believe. I think that's how it goes. Let me look. Okay, if you don't have my free ATI TEAS 6 versus 7 guide, it's like a 6 or 7 page guide. It's going to give you the differences between 6 and 7, including the new breakdown of how the exam is scored, how many questions, how many minutes per section. Both 6 and 7 have the same amount of questions total, and you get in the same amount of time to take those questions total. All right, those are still consistent. All right, you still have, I think it's 170 questions with pre-test questions. And then total time to take those 170 questions of all those 4 sections is 209 minutes. All right, and that's the same from 6 and 7. But for reading, you have 45 questions. Math, you have 38 questions. Science, 50 questions. And then English, 37. So reading and science is definitely going to be the bulk and the majority of your weighted score. All right. So I always say, just because you think math and science are the hardest subjects or most difficult subjects, make sure you are proficient in reading and English, or at least making sure you're getting your practice in, because that will sneak up on you. It will sneak up on you and bite you where the sun don't shine. Okay. So let that be a warning. All right. Who's the first person to get what is C? Hold on 1 second. Momo Salil. I just want to make sure y'all hear me. Where's my pen? It fell again. 1 second. Momo got what is C first. So Momo, you just got another 200 points. Where you at? You Had 600 points, just got another 200, so now you have 800. Good job. Who else got what is C? Taryn B, Maria, Bombshell, Prashna, Lynn's, Autumn, Ash the One, Valerie. Aaliyah, you said you got the ATI TEAS 6 that I had first. Absolutely. However, everyone that had the ATI TEAS 6 bundle got the free update for ATI TEAS. That email was sent out to everyone that got or purchased the previous bundle, ATI TEAS 6. So you should check your email because we sent out those updates like 3 weeks ago. Literally like June 3rd, June 4th. You should have an email from Nurse Sam that says you have an update available, something like that. If you don't, make sure you check all your folders, including updates and promotions, if you have a Gmail. If for some reason you still don't have that, maybe it bounced, I don't know, but just email support@thenursesam.com if you purchased the previous bundle but didn't get the updated email for whatever reason. Just go ahead and just email us at support@thenursesam.com. Alrighty? Perfect. Okay. Hey, Cece. My bad. So on Tuesdays, that's when we do TEAS Jeopardy, and Thursdays is our NCLEX Jeopardy. So if you're studying for your NCLEX, make sure you come back on Thursday so you can be a part.
I'm having trouble with the connection. Please try again in a moment.
That was Siri, and no one was talking to her. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. No one was talking to you, Siri. Please don't chime in. Please don't chime in. All right, one more, guys. One more. What was that? I don't know what question that was. Was that science? Wait, hold on. Yeah, no, that was reading. My bad. So let's do one more question. What is it gonna be? What is it gonna be? Hold on. Wait for it. All right. Last question is for 500 points. And this one is fill in the answer, fill in the blank, supply answer, however you want to call it. You got to type it. So what is, and then whatever your answer is. Don't forget to say what is. Okay. All right. So once again, math for 500 points. Who's going to get it? Universe Q. I'm going to put College Hill. College Hill has an extremely competitive nursing program. Historically, 3/4 of the students in each incoming class major in nursing, but only 1/5 of those who major in nursing actually complete the program. If this year's incoming class has 100 students, how many students will complete the nursing program? If this year's incoming class has 100 students, how many will complete the nursing program? All right, let's go back to what that says. It says historically, 3/4 of the students in each incoming class, they major in nursing. But only 1/5 of those who major in nursing actually complete the program. So it's like a 2-step process. Okay. They gave us 100 students for the incoming class. And let me tell you, that makes, whenever you have 100 as like your total population, it's going to make it so much easier because usually percentages and everything like that is out of 100. So it helps make it a little bit easier. Okay. So, 100 students, 3/4 of them major in nursing, but only 1/5 of those 3/4 actually complete the program. All right, so what is our answer? Like I said, this is supply your answer. Say what is before you actually put in your answer. What was that? Math for 500? Yes. All right, guys, let's look and see what that answer is. What is 15? What is 15? Great job, Mimi Calves, because you're the only one that I see that got that. Jamae, you were close, but not exactly. Kel K, great job. I see that you got 15. But Mimi Calves, you got it first. Great job. Great job. So Mimi Calves, last question of the night, just came through and just got 500 on the scoreboard. Great job. Awesome job. So it says, let's go ahead and do this together, because a lot of people said 20. So let's go ahead and dive into why it was 15. Okay. Now, like I said, the incoming class has 100 students. Like whenever you get 100 students, it just makes it that much easier, because usually percentages are X over 100. Or if you have a fraction, that can translate to a percentage, which is X over 100. So that much easier. All right, so the incoming class, we got 100 students. Of those 100 students, 3/4 of those students will major in nursing. All right, so 3/4 of 100. Remember, whenever you see of, you want to multiply. So 3/4 of 100 is 3/4 times 100. Okay, and you do that math. 100 times 3 over 4, it's going to give you 75. Okay, 75. So 75 of those students will major in nursing. 75 of those 100 students will major in nursing. Remember, this is a 2-step process. Part 2 says, so the 75 students that will major in nursing, only 1/5 of that 75 will complete the nursing program. So now you got to do part 2. 1/5 of 75. Whenever you see that of, you want to replace that with a multiplication symbol, okay? So 1/5 times 75. 75 times 1/5 is going to give you 15. All right, so therefore 15 students will complete the program. Okay, 15 students will complete the program. A lot of people chose 20, and I already know where you got that from. You did 1/5 of the total class. That was 100. So 1/5 of 100 is going to give you 20, but that's not what the question was asking you. All right, they said, I want 1/5 of the incoming class students that's majoring in nursing, not just everybody. Y'all were including people that was majoring in like archaeology and like women's studies or something like that. And so yes, I got mixed up. That's fine, and it happens to the best of us. It happened to me. And I'm doing these questions. I'm doing these questions with y'all. So that's how I know. I'm like, oh, I know what y'all did, because I did the same thing. All right, don't let anybody, including yourself, make you feel less than, dumb, whatever negative word that you want to use. Don't let anybody make you feel like you're an idiot for missing something or reading something too fast. It happens to the best of us. Just when you notice that happened, just kind of just slow down, reread, and I promise you, next time when you think you're reading too fast, you'll be like, oh shit, I don't want to get this question wrong like I did on ATI TEAS Jeopardy with Sam. Let me slow down. That's all it is. This is practice. Remember, this is practice for the real thing. Okay? So yes, 15 students will complete the program. Absolutely. All right? We did that off of how many people would major in nursing. Okay? Did I say the first person to get that? Yes, I did. It was Mimi Calves. Awesome job to everyone. All right, so that concludes our questions, right? Hold on one second. Don't mind my faces. Don't mind my faces. Yeah, I think that was everything. Perfect. Okay. So I said, no, we have time. No, we did. Ooh, it's really gonna bother me. I really want to put. Actually, hold on, y'all. I'm back. Y'all hear me, right? Okay, cool. This is what I want to show y'all. All right, so that just concluded tonight's session for ATI TEAS. Tuesday, where we play ATI TEAS Jeopardy. Okay, if you want to play the rest of the questions, like I said, y'all get 20 free questions every week. Okay, whether we have live or we don't. So your 20 free practice questions every week. All you have to do is download the Nurse Sam app to play the full 20 questions. It's free to download and it's free to play. Can't beat that with a stick. You really can't. So either for iOS or Android, Google Play, whatever app you have, go and search the Nurse Sam app, or go to the link in my bio. Hold on. Or, hold on. Download. Or you can go put the link right here. Boop. All right, that's the link right there if you want to download the app. If you already do not have it, download it. Once again, free to download. The app is free. The game is free to play. Okay, that's the only way that you can play the rest of the questions, the ones that we didn't do, and go over the ones that we did do. All right, you'll be able to see like pretty much exactly what we saw: blue screen, questions, categories, the correct answers, as well as the detailed rationale, all that. You'll be able to see all of that. Like I said, this is every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on Instagram Live. How did you guys like seeing the questions? How was that for you guys? This is the first time that we did it for TEAS. Last week, Thursday, we did it for NCLEX, and they loved it. So I'm very interested to see and hear your feedback of this version in this session. All right. So do you prefer seeing the questions, or did you prefer it the other way that we had? I know all my visual learners like me, I need to see the question. And I want you guys to be able to see the question as well, because I want you to get used to reading it, really recognizing what the question is actually asking you, kind of just trying to decipher it from the fluff, the information that's not needed. It means nothing to the answer to the question. So having you guys be able to actually read it and get that practice in, loves all that. That's what I love. So I don't get to answer. Okay. Hold on, let me see what you said, Mimi Cat. All right, so I'm seeing a bunch of people saying they loved it. Thumbs up. So I get to answer quickly. I would love to see the answer. The answer, you get the answers. If I read that right, Mimi. We do the questions and then I put up what the answer is. So you're able to see the exact same thing when you do the mobile version. Okay, so I will continue to do this on Tuesdays and just incorporate the questions, since I know that's what you guys prefer and like. Awesome. All right, so I will be, as far as this replay goes, this replay will be downloaded. We are going to, and I'll let you guys know kind of a little bit more later this week, but these replays, I'm definitely going to put them up most likely on YouTube, but I will let you know specifically where we'll be putting those probably a little bit later this week. Okay. We are pivoting and we will no longer do the Study Bar community membership. That will no longer be a thing, as I think after like July or so, after July. So we're going to pivot, and it just didn't work out how we wanted it to make sure you guys were getting everything that you got, that you need The information obviously was there and it was helping and stuff, but I want to make sure that I'm not adding stress to your lives or mine. And anything that adds too much stress, I don't like. Especially for y'all, because I know y'all in nursing school, and because I've been there and done that. All right, 2013, 2014, I know what it's like. So I want to make sure that I'm giving you guys everything that you need in as simple ways as possible. So I'll be reconfiguring that to give you guys your replays. In the meantime, like I said, if you're already a member, you can still have access to like the end of July. Other than that, these will most likely go on YouTube. Okay, so I'll start promoting my YouTube channel. If you guys were here for NCLEX questions, remember on Tuesdays we do ATI TEAS Jeopardy. So TEAS Tuesday, kind of let that help you. And then Thursdays are NCLEX Jeopardy. NCLEX Jeopardy Thursdays, all right? One's for pre-nursing, ATI TEAS / HESI, and then one's for your like your nursing school exams as well as your NCLEX, all right? And though that's at Thursday, okay? If you have any questions, please let me know. You can send me a DM, or you can send me, if it's something related to an order, you can send me an email at support@thenursesam.com. Like I said, you can download this TEAS Tuesday mobile app if you want to order any study kits, specifically this ATI TEAS bundle, okay? Right here. Like I said, it's newly updated from June 3rd or 4th, because on June 3rd, the ATI TEAS updated from TEAS version 6 to TEAS version 7. So we updated ours as well to reflect that. You should have that email of that update if you already had the bundle. If you don't have the bundle, then you can go ahead and get it right here, thenursesam.com. All right, 147 pages. And the winner of tonight's game is going to win a free TEAS bundle. And that person is going to be, with 800 points, Momo Solil. Momo Solil, congratulations. You are not the weakest link. I'm just kidding. Momo.Solil. All right, so Momo, if you do not have the I keep saying Ultimate Nursing School bundle. If you do not have the complete ATI TEAS 7 study bundle, congrats, you just won one. Yay, you just won it. Go ahead and send me in a DM your full name and a good email address that I can send that bundle to you. And you can go ahead and enjoy all 147 colorful and creative pages to help, once again, make such an overwhelming and scary exam seem bearable and not so overwhelming, not so panic attack inducing. Okay, so go ahead and send me your information. I will send that to you. Did that go? Did I spell it right? All right, so congrats again. Make sure you send me that information. Who was in second place? Autumn Mulan, you were in second place. Great job. And then third place was Mimi Calves. I recognize your name, Mimi Calves. I don't remember if you took your TEAS yet or if you just come on here for practice, but if you are taking your TEAS soon, you about to kill it, period. Okay. Awesome job. All right, guys, I will see y'all Thursday for NCLEX Jeopardy if you want to come to that. If not, if you still need your TEAS practice, I will see y'all next Tuesday right here at 7 p.m. Same place, same time for a new 20 questions. I want to go ahead and update the NurseSam app so you guys can get tonight's questions. So I'll post in my stories and send a push notification, because when you download the app, make sure you authorize your push notifications so you can receive any type of notification from us, whether it's like a time sensitive sale or just something that you guys should know, a notification. All right. Let me go and fix my date. Okay, awesome. All right, thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will see y'all next time.